first point what I covered. What is Python? What is Python? Python is a general purpose. Python is general purpose programming language. General purpose high level programming language. Okay, what is the Python, sir? General purpose high level programming language. Remember that. Sir, what is the meaning of general purpose? You can use this Python, sir, for multiple purposes, for multiple areas. Don't feel that it is applicable only for data science or it's applicable only for web development. Like there is no such a type of things, right? Yes, it is the general purpose high level programming language itself in the Python. Everywhere you can able to use. Next, this is the general purpose because we can use Python anywhere, sir. It is for multiple application areas are there for the Python. Next, why the word high level programming language? Because it never seems to be, Python code never seems to be programming code. Remember that it seems to be just a general English statements. It is the too much high level programming language when compared with your C language or when compared with our Java language. Remember this one, sir. It is the too much high level programming language, just like reading English statements. That's why I told, to learn a Python, which is required, nothing is required. Remember that to learn a Python which is required, nothing is required, no prerequisite. Just if you know how to read English, then that knowledge is by default enough. So including nursery students also, Python can able to learn very easily, right? Okay, believe me. Suppose just observe the people who are coming from Java background, just a matter of 1 minute. Sir, I'm taking int x is equal to 10 greater than 20 question mark 30 colon 40. I'm taking, sir. Just observe that int x is equal to sir 10 greater than 20 question mark 30 colon 40 followed by semicolon. Can you please observe this code is from Java. This operator is also known as ternary operator. Have you remembered? Ternary operator or conditional operator like this. Ternary operator or conditional operator like this, right? Sir, if you observe that, can you please read this line? Especially the people who are coming from non-programming, sir, I don't know about programming. Those people, can you please observe that, sir, int? Then immediately you may get the first doubt, sir, what is the int, sir? What is the int? Next and after that, what is this x? Next, do you know, sir, 10 greater than 20, here parenthesis is there, and after the question mark symbol is there, and then some value, and then colon, and then some value. Do you know, if you can show this line to any person, definitely he's going to feel that, oh, this is a programming line, man. It is that this line can be understandable by the machine, okay, not by general purpose, general human being. Because the reason for that is Java programmers can able to understand, but normal non-programmer, sorry, can't understand this one. What is this question mark symbol? What is this colon symbol? What is this one and so on? Next, not only that, I want to print the x value in Java. What I have to take, sir? System.out.println of x. I require to take, sir. So system.out.println of x semicolon. If you consider this is much code I require to take if I want to print x value, if I want to use a ternary operator, right? So first example, let me execute this code in Java. Observe that we require to write class test. Observe that we require to write class test, and then public static void main method, and then int x is equal to like this, system.out.println of like this. I wrote this code, sir. Can you please tell what I have to do? First step, what I have to do? Can you please guide what I have to do? I require to first compile. Are you correct? I require to first compile. After compilation, what I have to do, sir? Java test. I have to execute. Do you know? If you go for Java language, just to do these things, sir, first you have to write a class, and then you require to write a main method, and after that you have to take some line, and then system.out.println off, and then compilation, and then execution, right? Have you observed, right? These many activities I require to do, then only you can able to see proper output to the console. If you want to just let me save this code inside D colon Durga classes, Sir, just test.java. Inside Durga classes, test.java. Let me go to command prompt. Observe that first I require to do that. First I require to do sir compilation. Durga classes Java C test.java. Observe that Java C test.java. First I require to compile. Sir, after compilation, first I require to compile. After compilation, I require to execute. Observe, then you can able to say some 40 is the output by default you are going to get, sir. Now, I hope everyone in a position to understand clearly that, sir, if you want to print even hello world also, this much code we require to do that. This much code we require to do. That's why to learn Java, compulsory you people should be a bit strong in the programming, or otherwise you should have more patience level, more knowledge must be required. Coding, okay, like it's a pure coding. But the same thing I want to do in the Python. Have you observed, right? That's the same thing I want to do in the Python. Just very simple, sir. Python ideally is there. Have a look once. The same thing I want to do in the Python, sir. Sir, in the Python, how you can able to do that? Sir, this total nonsense is not required. Can you please observe that equivalent line? Equivalent line. What I want to take, sir? X is equal to. Type is not required to define. Type is not required to define, sir. X is equal to. Sir, you are here just 30. If 10 greater than 20, else sir 40 like this I'm taking, sir. Even the semicolon and so on not required. Have you observed? In Java, what this line is doing, the same thing in Python this line is going to do, sir. Have you observed? Are you seeing the difference, right? Seems to be, sir, type must be required. By mistake, type is not there. Compile error we are going to get. Next time after that, question mark must be required. Colon must be required. Semicolon must be required. Every symbol is the mandatory, man. But in Python, nothing, just one normal English statement. X is equal to 30. If 10 is greater than 20, else 40. That's all. If you want to print also, system.out.println, that nonsense is not required. Just a print of X. Regarding just a print of X, happily this code is going to execute, sir. Now, if you want, just observe that here. X is equal to sir 30. X is equal to 30. If 10 greater than 20, else sir 40. That's all. Sir, print of X. That's it. 40 is the answer by default you are going to get, sir. So I don't want like this, sir. I want to write this code to a file, and from the command prompt I want to execute. No problem at all. How you can able to do that? Yes. Let me save to a file. Let me save to a file. Okay, I'm taking just let me save this code to a file. Can you please guide, sir? I forgot. Anyone can you please guide what code I wrote? Please respond. What code I wrote? Can you please respond? X is equal to I forgot. What is the code? Array, respond, man. X is equal to 30. X is equal to 30. If 10 greater than 20, else 40 I'm taking. That's all. Print of X. That's it. This is the code what I wrote. Regarding X is equal to 30, if 10 is greater than 20, else 40. It is, you never want to feel that, yes, we are learning programming language. It is a general English language. Especially Santosh Reddy, there are some people, okay, who are coming from, non-programming background. Are you feeling any difficulty to understand this code? Nothing. General English statement, right? Can you please print a value of X? Regarding, can you please print value of X? Like this, print of X, that's it. So now, save this code. Save this code inside my Durga classes. Okay, don't worry. Inside my Durga classes. Now test.py. I get it, test.py. Like this I'm taking, sir. So let me save with the .py extension. The people who are coming from Java background, sir, how you can save your file test.java? Regarding, but with the Python script, how you can able to do that, sir? Test.py. Regarding how you can able to do that, test.py. Remember, so I saved this one with the test.py. Sir, now you have to, how you can able to run, sir? How you can able to run? Open the command prompt. Just py test.py. We are not required to compile. Directly, sir, py test.py. Yes, Abja. 40 is the answer by default you are going to get. Regarding 40 itself is the answer by default you are going to get. Yes, how much easy, sir? Observe the code, only 2 lines. Sir, run only 1 line. Py, test.py, automatically the program by default is going to run. So Python is that much easy programming language. To learn Python, nothing is required, man. Nothing is required. Sir, the people who are coming from Java background, including me also, sir, do you know, almost 10 years I worked in Java. 10 years, more than 10 years I worked in Java. For the last 1 year onwards, I moved to Python. Of course, Java is also parallel I am teaching, sir. Now you are going to ask me, sir, which one is very easy, sir? Obviously, my vote is always for Python, man. More flexibilities are there. More flexibilities are there, sir. Sir, here, if I can ask this question, sir, I'm asking x is equal to 10. If I can ask, hey, compiler Java, can you please compile this code? Can you please compile this code? Compiler will give left and right. Hey, you are declaring a variable x. Where is the type? Where is the type? This x is what type? This x is what type? I'm unable to understand this line or cannot find symbol like this. Observe that if I can compile this code, now immediately error by default you are going to get cannot find symbol variable x. Where is the variable x and so on, right? Because you didn't specify the type. You didn't specify the type. Observe that. So if I can take int x is equal to 10, int x is equal to 10, then only the code is going to compile in Java. Have you observed right here? But in Python, here observe, we are not required to do anything, sir. Just x is equal to 10, that's all. X is equal to 10, that's all. Print of x, sir, sir, if I can take like this, happily Python never going to ask, hey, this x is what type? This x is what type? It never going to ask, sir. If you want to observe that, directly 10 is the answer. Because the reason is based on provided value. Based on provided value, automatically Python is going to identify type of x. We are not required to worry, sir. Sir, what is this type of x, sir? Simple, sir. It is the int type. Remember this one. It is what type, sir? It is the int type. Python automatically, sir, the type will be assigned. The type will be assigned. These are type of programming languages are nothing but dynamically typing programming languages. Are you getting right? Dynamically typing, dynamically type programming languages. Very important technical words, sir. Hey, sir, I learned Java. Can you please tell some differences between Java and Python? Then happily you can tell, sir, in Java, for every variable, type must be required. For every expression, type must be required. If you are not specifying the type, automatically error by default we are going to get. Are getting error by default we are going to get. But in Python, we are not required to specify the type. Based on provided value, automatically type will be assigned by the Python virtual machine. Remember that, sir. Automatically type by default will be assigned by the Python virtual machine. That's why Python is considered as dynamically typed programming language. But Java is, sir, Python is dynamically typed programming language, but Java is statically. Are you getting? Statically typed programming language. Remember this one, sir. Everything we have to specify at the beginning only in the case of Java, but in the case of Python, we are not required to specify at the beginning everything, sir. Observe that. Yes. Are you in a position to understand? Just a slowly small differences to highlight easiness. I want to show, sir. Observe that. Are you getting? So in Python, based on provided value, automatically the type will be considered. But in Java, the type compulsory we have to specify at the beginning only. If you are not going to specify the type, sir, the program is not going to be compiled, the program is not going to run. But in Python, we are not required to have such type of terminology, right? Then immediately you ask, is it valid or not? Is this Python code is valid or not? Can you please confirm? Yes. Is it valid or not? Can you please confirm? Valid or not? Yes. 100% pakka. 100% pakka. This one is valid. No problem at all, sir. Now, here just observe 1 minute. 1 minute. Why I am asking again? Can you please tell what is the type of x? What is the type of x? Can you please observe? Int type. Sir, now I'm telling, hey, based on provided value, type will be considered automatically. Type will be considered automatically. Like I'm telling, sir, where is the proof? Where is the proof? How you can consider this X is int type? Very simple, sir. Print type of X. Regarding the beautiful function is there, type of X. Hey, can you please print what is the type of X? What is the type of X? Like this you can ask. Then immediately we are going to get type of X is what type, sir? Can you please respond? What is the type? What is the type? Int type. Practical proof internally. Who is the responsibility assigned? Who is the responsibility assigned this type? Python virtual machine is the responsible. Don't use compiler and JVM, sir. It is the Python. Python virtual machine is the responsibility assigned the type. Now from this discussion, one extra point you people should be aware. If you know the variable, to know the type of that variable, we have to use a type function. Just keep in your mind, type function can be used to know the type of variable. Remember that, sir. Okay. So Python, in Java we have Java virtual machine is there. Like that, in Python we have Python virtual machine is there, which is responsible to do background work. Python interpreter, Python virtual machine, everything is always the same. Any doubt? Sir, can you please tell in this perspective, what is the main difference between Java and Python? In this perspective, what is the main difference between Java and Python? Dynamically typed programming language. Dynamically typed programming language. Which one, sir? Python or Java? Dynamically typed programming language, either Python or Java? Python. We are not required to specify the type. Dynamically based on runtime, Python based on runtime provided value, automatically type will be assigned. Okay, but in Java, you should specify the type. That's why Java is a statically typed programming language. Not only Java, sir, our C language, C++, almost all programming languages are statically typed programming languages. Sir, Python, and today I saw JavaScript also. JavaScript also. It is also dynamically typed programming language, right? JavaScript also dynamically typed programming language. There also we are not required to specify the type explicitly. Remember, are you in a position to see? Observe that JavaScript console is going to be open. JavaScript console is going to be open. Here X is equal to 10 I'm taking. Don't worry, sir. X is equal to 10 I'm taking. Now type, sir, type X I'm taking. Type of X I'm taking. I didn't specify the type, sir. Here number type. Automatically type will be assigned in the case of JavaScript also. We are not required to specify the type explicitly. Don't worry, sir, it is the JavaScript code. This is the JavaScript console. Okay. Don't worry, it is just like Python. It is the JavaScript console, and this is the JavaScript code. There we are using type of X. Like this, right? Okay. Like anyway, it is not required for our cinema. Okay. Sir, just up to this is the clear. If any person is asking, can you please tell any other programming language which is a dynamically typed programming language? Then you should have some alternative word also. That alternative word is good. That alternative word is JavaScript. Regarding that alternative word is JavaScript. Okay, sir. Java is the statically typed. Can you please tell some alternative statically typed programming languages? C language, C++. This group is nothing but statically typed, but Java, but Python, JavaScript, these kind of things are dynamically typed programming languages. Okay, that's all. Sir, anyone coming from R language? Anyone having the basic idea in R in this session, please? Anyone? Yes, R is the dynamically typed or statically typed? Shubham Misra? Only hard to know. You have to tell answer, man. R language, I'm not sure. Is it statically typed or dynamically typed? I never worked or I never used R language. That's why. If any person is coming at least basic idea, just for the remaining people also, it is helpful. Okay, maybe PHP. Okay, well, sir, that's all. Next, one more biggest flexibility is there because of this dynamically typed, sir. Now observe this. Observe this one. Here, if I can ask index is equal to 10, int x is equal to 10. That's all. Sir, the type of x is what type? Please respond, sir. The type of x is what type? Int type. Int type. Sir, in its total lifetime, this x is always int type only, sir. By mistake. In the next line, I'm taking 10.5, sir. Regarding by mistake, in the next line, I'm taking 10.5. Immediately, compiler will give left and right. Hey, x is int type. How you can assign double, man? How you can assign double? Like this, compile time error by default you are going to get. Observe that. Observe. Let me compile this code. Is sir, you know, incompatible types and so on. Compile time error by default we are going to get. But the same question, why don't you ask Python? X is equal to 10, sir. X is equal to 10. Can you please print type of x? Immediately the answer we are going to get int type, sir. Now in the next line 10.5. Now here just observe that 10.5. Now let me print type of x. 100% pakka it is valid, sir. In Python it is valid. Sir, currently x is what type, sir? Int type, sir. Int type, up to this it is int type. Once we assign float value to the x, now onwards it is considered as what type, sir? Sir, float type, right? Sir, tomorrow I want to use x is equal to Durga, sir. Durga. Then automatically, can you please print the type of x, sir? Then automatically, do you know now onwards x is what type, sir? SDET type. Sir, life started with the int type, but life ended with the string type. Wow, how much flexibility? You can use the same variable for at different places with the different types. Perfectly, this one is valid. Have you observed? Sorry, sir, let me use Python code. Command I require to use py test.py perfectly. At the beginning it is int type, but the same variable next level float type, and at the same time next level str type. Str type is nothing but what? String type. Yeah, more flexibilities to the programmer in the case of Python. We are not required to specify the type at the beginning. Next and after that, we are not required to specify the type at the beginning. Next up, based on our requirement, you can change the type dynamically at runtime. But in Blade Java language, sir, once you fix the type throughout its life itself is nothing but int type only. Remember, but you can't change its type by mistake. If you are trying to change its type based on our runtime requirement, immediately we are going to get error. Any doubt? Ayo, please respond, man. Are you in a position to understand? Yes. So if you are feeling, just if any person is asking, oh, when compared with the Java, what specialty with your Python? Then simple answer, two things you can able to tell. As of now we discussed, sir, in Java minimum program, how many lines of the code we require to write just to print hello world also? How many lines of the code we require to write? First we should require to write the code, we should require to write the class, another main method, another SOP statement, and so on. Minimum these many lines of the code we require, but in Python only one line is enough. Are you getting? But in Python only one line is enough. That's why the biggest specialty for the Python is concise code. Are you getting right? Concise code. What is the meaning of concise? What is the meaning of concise? Concise code is nothing but very short code. The biggest specialty of Python. If any person is asking, array, in our Java, if it is 100 lines of the code, but in Python just 2 or 3 lines are enough. Are you getting? Just 10 lines are enough. Relatively, with very less number of lines only, we can able to do the same activity when compared with the Java, sir. Clear? Are you in a position to understand this one? This is the biggest. Another biggest specialty, dynamically typed, sir. Another biggest specialty, dynamically typed programming language. It is a big specialty, man. We are not required to specify the type at the beginning. Regarding, we are not required to specify the type at the beginning. Based on our runtime requirement, you can change the type, no problem at all, sir. You can use the same variable with int value with the float value, with the boolean value, with the string value, like any type you are allowed to use, no problem at all. Now, sir, 2 points are very clear. Next and after that, if you want, just observe a bit very carefully, sir. Sir, I want something like the code. Here observe that I have A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 30, D is equal to 40, and E is equal to 50. Are you getting that? Sir, this code I want to declare in Java, and I want to print the values of A, B, C, D, E. Can you please tell what is the way? Please guide. Please guide. What is the way? I have to take int, sir, A is equal to 10. Compulsory semicolon must be required or not? Array, semicolon must be required or not? Yes. Next and after that, int B is equal to 20, semicolon must be required. Next, int C is equal to 30, semicolon must be required. Int D is equal to 40, semicolon. Int E is equal to 50, semicolon. Wow, wonderful, man. And then I'm trying to print system.out.println. The cinema started. Can you please print A, B, C, D, E values, right? Please guide. What is the way? What is the way? So what I have to take? A plus, and then colon, something like dot dot dot. Okay. B plus dot dot dot. So C plus dot dot dot. So next D plus dot dot dot. Okay. E, like this I'm taking, sir. Do you know here? Observe that because our system.out.println can take how many arguments, right? Only one argument. That's why with all these 4 values, you are creating one string. With all your 5 values, you are creating one string, and then you are passing that string as argument to system.out.println. Happily, the output by default you are going to get, sir. 100% pakka it is the valid. Don't keep any doubt at all. Valid? Yes, sir. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, wonderful. Now, listen, this is terminology, sir. The same thing I want to do in Python. Anyone, can you please guide? The same activity I want to do. First thing, you are not required to write that bloody class test. Without class, you can't do anything in Java. Next up, we can't write public static void main, not required. Directly, you can write the code and then you can execute. Please guide, sir. What is the code I have to type? Yeah, excellent, Nurita. Nurita, are you attending morning session also, right? Yeah. Can you please tell what is the output we have to get? I mean, in what way we have to write that code? Now, good. Can you please? Yes, so the old students who attended, just who came for revision purpose, just be silent so that we are going to give the opportunity for new members. Yeah. Now take a bit very special care. A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma E is equal to 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Wow. Single line. Cinema enough. No semicolons, no types. Are you getting right? Next and after that, print A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma E. That's all. We are not required to use any for the print any number of arguments you can pass with comma separation. Now let me execute this code. Py test.py. Are you getting py test.py? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Perfect. Are you getting right? Same thing. How many lines of the code is required? Only 2 lines is enough. Are you getting? Only 2 lines is enough. Then immediately master, sir, here dots are there, sir, but here space is there. No. I would want a dot only. Then what is the problem? Yes, EP is equal to just you can take dot. 3 dots are enough. Then automatically SEP means separator. While printing the values in the middle, which is separator. That part we are going to discuss. It is here. Don't worry much about that. Have you observed, right? 10 dot. Okay. 20 dot. 30 dot like this. Clear, right? Separator is one keyword argument, something like that. Don't worry much about that, sir. Like so, observe the value of conciseness. Are you getting right? The value of conciseness you can able to see. Any doubt? Are you able to understand? Even you are going to give 100 lines of Java code also. Sir, here at least, sir, minimum 75% of the code we can able to reduce with Python, man. Okay, that's why for machine learning area, for data science area, for artificial intelligence area, neural networks, deep learning, everywhere Python is going to play the role like anything because of this concise code. Remember that. So next, do you know? Can you please observe? I have two variables are there, sir. A is equal to 10. A value is the 10, B value is the 27. Please observe that. Write a code to swap, okay, the values of A and B. That's about my requirement. Sir, in Java, how you can able to write? Most of the times we are going to use an intermediate variable C. Sir, int A is equal to 10 is there. Next int B is equal to 20 is there. And then int C is equal to A value. I'm trying to assign A value to C. And then A value will become B. Next and after that, B value will become C value. Are you getting that? Correct? Correct, right? Ayo. It says correct, right? This is with intermediate variable. Next, without intermediate variable also you can able to do that. Okay, anyway, with a small logic we require to do that. That's all. This much code we require to do if you want to perform swapping of two variables A and B. But the same question, why don't you ask the Python? Why don't you ask the Python? Sir, A comma B is equal to 10 comma 20 is there. A value is the 10, B value is the 20. Hey, can you please swap? Can you please swap? A value I want as B value, B value I want as A value. Very simple, sir. A comma B is equal to B comma A. Are you getting? A comma B is equal to B comma A. B comma A. Only one line in the Python. This much code we are not required to write. Only one line. B value will become A value. A value will become B value like this. Are you getting that? B value? Simple, sir. Okay. If you want, sir, you are telling something. Is it really correct or not? You may ask. A comma B is equal to 10 comma 20, sir. Can you please print A comma B? Print A comma B. Sir, 10 20. 10 20. By default, you are going to get, sir. 10 20. We are getting. Now, A comma B is equal to B comma A. B comma A. A comma B is equal to B comma A. Then, can you please print A comma B? But the output by default, we are going to get 2010. 2010. Yes, internally, the values of A and B got swapped. How much code we require to write? Are you able to understand? So Python is that much powerful with respect to conciseness. That's why happily you can able to learn. To learn Python, nothing is required. No previous programming knowledge is required. Sir, at the learning, if you want to, as your first programming language, best choice these days is Python. Is the best choice these days. If you want to start your programming, Python must be required. Minimum in every session, hundreds of people are asking this question. Sir, I don't know anything in programming. Can I able to learn Python? Yes, simple answer. To learn Python, nothing is required. Nothing is required. Okay, are you able to read English or not? That is more enough. Any doubt? Up to this is the clear? Okay. Next, one more feature I want to explain about my Python. One more feature I want to explain, sir. Do you know? Observe very carefully. If I can take A is equal to B, sir, something like here, just observe that. To read two values from the keyboard and print the sum. Just to read two values from the keyboard and print the sum like this, right? Two values from the keyboard and print the sum. This is about my requirement. Or otherwise, a sequence of lines is there. I want to do certain activity. Do you know if I can ask C person is always talks about, boss, I'm the functional programming language or procedural programming language. Functional programming language. Hey, in C language, is it possible to define a class? Can you please tell? In C language, is it possible to create a class, to define a class? And to create an object, I'm talking about C language, man. In C language, is it possible? Is it possible to create an object, to create a class? No. Then C person is always telling very innocently, I know only one thing, functions, function. Write a function you can call any number of times. Myself is only functional programming. Everything I have to do with respect to the functions only, like this person is going to tell. Then immediately you have to show pity and say, Array, you don't know inheritance, you don't know encapsulation, you don't know overloading, you don't know overloading. Array, you are missing, your half of the life by default is going to be wasted. Like you can able to blame C because C is not object oriented programming language. Remember that. Okay, if I can ask the same question, Java. Array, Java, can you please what about you? Then immediately Java is always going to tell, oh, myself is object oriented programming language. Then immediately I will ask, without class, without object, can you please write some code? Without class, without object, is it possible to write some code? Is it possible to do something in Java? Respond, man. Without a class, without object, is it possible to do something in Java? Not at all. Impossible, sir. Impossible, because Java is object oriented programming language. It is not functional programming, it's not scripting language. That's why Java missing the benefits of functional programming, C language missing the benefits of object oriented programming. But now our hero is coming. Our hero is coming, Python. First question I will ask, hey Python, without what about you? What about you? Are you functional programming language? Are you object oriented programming language? Are you scripting language? Or are you modular programming language? Like I will ask, simple answer Python is going to tell, hey, I'm everything. Are you getting that? I'm everything. If you want, you can use me for scripting as a scripting language. Just write some 3 or 4 lines of the code. I will execute line by line without having any functions, without having any classes and so on. So if you want functions, functional programming, yes, man. Yes, I can able to provide support. If you want object oriented, yes, I can able to provide support. So simple answer Python is going to tell, I am everything. Are you getting? I'm everything, sir. Anything I can able to provide support, like this, right? So simple word. Yes, Python. Yes, scripting language. Observe that Python. Yes, scripting language. Scripting language means no functions, no classes. Just a simple group of lines are there. I require to add. I require to do that. Yes, very simple. What I will take is, what I will take, x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. Assume that x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. So print of x plus y. Regarding print of x plus y, that's all. No functions, we are not going to call, just a sequence of lines. First this line executed, next this line executed, and after that this line will be executed, right? Print of x plus y. Yeah, happily 30 by default you are going to get. Yes, this one itself is Python. Yes, scripting language. A sequence of statements by default are going to be executed. No functional story, no object oriented story. Yes, clear, right? So the first word. Okay. Yeah. Print function itself is Python's inbuilt function. No problem at all. Without that also we can able to do that. But I don't want to make that much complex. Don't worry. Are you getting right? Next, second one, sir. Second one, Python. Yes, sir. Functional programming. Are you getting? Python. Yes, functional programming. Yes, Python. Yes, functional programming language. Functional programming language, right? Okay, how you can able to do that? Just have a look once. Have a look once, sir. I'm defining my own function. Df sum, a comma b, df sum, a comma b, print of the sum. Print of the sum is just I'm taking a plus b. The print of the sum is a plus b. I'm writing my own function. I'm writing my own function. And then you can call sum of 10 comma 20. Sum of 10 comma 20. The sum of 100 comma 200. 100 comma 200. Next 200. 1000 comma 2000. 1000 comma 2000. 2000 like this, right? If I can take like this, happily the code is going to work. Are you getting? This one itself is functional programming. Observe that. Write a function. You can call, write a function, you can call that function. Are you getting? Write a function, we can call that function. This is nothing but I'm defining my own function Don't worry, sir. How you can able to define our own functions and so on? Just aware. So just with functions also we can able to run our cinema. Remember that. Next, sir. Now what is the next thing? Yes. What is the next one? Next point here. Sir, Python. Yes. Python. Yes. Yeah. Object-oriented programming language. Are you getting Python? Yeah. Object-oriented programming language, right? Okay. Python. Yes. OOP language. Python. Yes. OOP language, like this, right? How you can able to do that? Very simple, sir. Very simple. Just observe that. Observe that. I'm taking class test. Class Durga math. I'm taking class Durga math. Within that Durga math, I'm taking some function, add function. I'm taking some self, comma a comma b. I'm taking just the print the sum. Print the sum is a plus b. That's all. Don't worry much about what is the def, what is the self, and what is the Durga math and so on. Don't worry, sir. Durga math is my own class name. My own class name. I want to create an object. I want to create an object. D is equal to Durga math. Creating an object. D dot m1. D dot add of 10, 20. D dot add of 10, 20. Like this, right? Now have a look once. Have a look once. Perfectly, it's going to work. So the biggest specialty for the Python is Python can be used as scripting language. Python can be used as functional programming language. Python can be used as object-oriented programming language. We can define a class. We can define a class. We can create object, and then you can call by using that object. You can call the corresponding methods. Clear? Are you able to understand? So now three members are just side by side. One is Java, one is C, one is Python. If I can ask a C person, Are, what about you? Simple, that person is going to tell, some procedural programming language. If you can ask the same question to the Java, what answer Java is going to tell myself is object-oriented programming language. But if I can ask the same question to the Python, Python simply is going to tell, hey Durga, I'm everything. Myself is everything. I can provide support for any type of programming. Like this, it's going to tell you. Is it advantage feature or not? Yes? Are you able to understand, right? Okay, so this is what you people should aware. Next, and after that, don't worry much about internal terminology. Sir, even self, what is the meaning of self? Next, why you are using def keyword? Next, and after that, is it without, is it partially object oriented or not? Something like, don't ask these doubts. Slowly we are going to discuss that. Don't worry. So that's all. This is, so Python is everything, sir. Everything by default you people can able to understand. So that's why Python, so is the dynamically typed. Python very concise. Python supports very concise code. Python is everything. Like there are multiple features are there. We will discuss, right? Can you please tell who developed Python? Already I discussed in the last session. The people who attended already last session. Who developed Python? Can you please guide? Yes, ma'am. Who developed Python? The person Guido van Rossum. He the father, sir. Guido van Rossum. Are you getting? He the father of Python. Remember that. Guido van Rossum. Sir, what is the official date of birth for Python? What is the official date of birth for Python? Yes, anyone? February 20th, 1991. Sir, in 1995 Java came. 1995 Java came. But Python official release to the public is February 20th, 1991. Remember that, sir. Okay. Next, sir, just this thing. Why the name Python? Have you remembered, right? In the last session already covered. Why the name Python? Anyone can you please tell? Because it the name, sir, this Guido van Rossum is inspired by one comedy show. Regarding one comedy show which was broadcasted in the BBC, which was broadcasted in the BBC 1969 to 1974. Are you getting that? Maybe he was impressed like anything with that comedy show. Okay, BBC comedy show 1969 to 1974 comedy shows are. So the name of the comedy show is, okay, the complete Python, the complete Monty Python's circus. Are you getting? Monty Python's circus. Are you getting? This is the name, sir. So which was it is just a comedy show. Karan, coffee with Karan, or something like even in Telugu also we have. There are some Jabardast, extra Jabardast, like here in Telugu also there are some popular shows are there, sir. In Hindi, Karan, any other? Coffee with Karan. Yes, man. In Hindi we have some comedy shows are there. What those? Kapil show, family time with Kapil. Okay, there are some. So such type of a fun. Sir, from that the name Python came in the picture. Remember that one, sir. Okay, why the word Python? Like next Python is everything, sir. Python is everything. It is sir, almost all the features are borrowed from other languages. Okay, functional programming features. Functional programming features are borrowed from C language. Do you know? You do consider all those things while developing this sir Python, sir. Next, object-oriented programming features are borrowed from C++. Are getting borrowed from C++. Next, scripting language features. Scripting language features are borrowed from. Have you remembered? Right? I covered already. Perl. Are getting Perl? Like scripting language features are borrowed from Perl and shell script. Are getting shell script, Perl and shell script, right? Okay. Next and after that, do you know modular programming? I'm not sure about this one. Anyway, not required. If it's really required, I will cover. Don't worry. Modular programming features are borrowed from Modula 3. Maybe Modula 3. Okay. Observe that. So you know all these, most of the features are borrowed from other languages. That's why Python itself is nothing but everything, sir. Remember this one. Next, most of the syntax what we are using in Python is borrowed from syntax. Syntax of Python is borrowed from two languages, right? C language and can you please tell any other language? C language and any other? C language and Java came in the 1995, but Python came in the 1991. Syntax borrowed from C language and from where most of the syntax, the Python syntax style is something like C and one more, not JavaScript. Remember that there is another language, ABC language. Are you getting ABC? C and ABC. ABC is not these days not popular. Don't worry, but at that time 1991 it was a very popular programming language. C and ABC. From these two languages, most of the syntax are borrowed in Python, right? Just observe. Next, where we can use Python? Where we can use Python? Are you getting? Sir, where we can use this Python? Very simple, sir. Sir, to develop desktop applications, applications you can use. Okay, like desktop applications means something like yes, a notepad, paint, next MS Word, like whatever the program which are running on single system, those standalone applications, desktop applications, right? Next up, for developing web applications, web applications, do you know web applications, especially to develop web application we have, do you know Django, Flask, Pyramid, like there are multiple frameworks came. Multiple frameworks came, sir, to develop web applications only. Next and after that, do you know for developing database applications? Also, database applications, because Python can provide support for Oracle, Python can provide support for SQLite, Python can provide support for MySQL, Python can provide support for almost all programming language, almost all databases. Because the reason is very simple, sir. For every database, the corresponding libraries are available in the Python. Remember that. Just import the module and use that. Right? Okay. For network programming, we can able to do that, sir. Next and after that, for developing games, for game programs, gaming, Python is very simple, sir. Gaming applications we can use. Next and after that, for data analysis applications, right? Data these days data scientist, data analysis, data science, data analysis applications, these kind of things happily we can use. Next machine learning, next AI. Okay, machine learning we can able to use machine learning, deep learning. Next and after that AI, next IoT. In these areas Python is going to play like anything, man. So there are multiple application areas are there for the Python. Python can be used everywhere. That's why the believable thing, no problem at all, sir. Clear? Yes, correct. Embedded systems, IoT is the same. Internet of Things, right? Very portable devices. For that we can able to use. Sir, now here just observe. Sir, you are telling artificial intelligence application and the IoT means Internet of Things. Anil, just a bit trending technologies these days. These words IoT and AI. Okay, next, do you know, sir? You are telling it's too good. Everywhere you can use Python, sir. But there are some limitations also there. Don't feel always our cinema is always hero, biggest hit. There are some problems also there, right? Okay, one problem, sir. Generally, as of now, Python is not the best choice. Is not best choice for mobile applications. Not best choice for mobile applications. Okay, because the mobile applications already kings are there, like Android, iOS. These kind of people are already there, sir. That's why, so mobile area, it is Python is not that much best suitable. Next, for enterprise applications also, Python is not best choice as of now. Maybe in the future, maybe with the additions or with the small enhancement, maybe a chance. But enterprise applications also, Python is not the choice. Next, for mobile based applications also, Python generally the people are not going to use. Remember that, sir. Next, which companies are using Python? Regarding which companies are using Python, Python is used by almost all top software companies, right? Almost all top software companies are using Python. Just if you want, open the Google. Next, which companies are using Python? Just instead of which companies are using Python? Just can you please type? Okay, according to Quora.com, some companies I know that use Python are just observe that top tier companies which are using Python. Okay, like do you know Google, Qualcomm, Intel, PBS, NASA. Next and after that IBM, HP, Cisco. Like you know, mostly there are several companies. People are always using this. Facebook. Next, Google, Dropbox, Yahoo, NASA, Mozilla, like Instagram, okay, Reddit, like this. Are you getting right? So there are multiple companies who are using for the Python, sir. Topmost companies, happily they are using right. Just if you want, just have a look once. All these companies are using Python. Just you can able to see Facebook covered, Google covered, Dropbox. Next and after that here VMware, like BBC, Salesforce, like majority of the companies by default they are using in their corresponding applications. Okay, in the YouTube, Google people in the YouTube they use regarding Facebook they use like clear, right? Next, you can able to see. Yeah, if you can see this diagram, reasons to start up use Python as the key part of stack. Okay, like there are several companies are using this. Don't worry, everywhere Python is there, sir. Minimum next 5 to 6 years. So don't worry, happily you can able to get on your life. Okay, the people especially you are coming from other languages, testing domain, networking, non-technical, non-programming. For those people, best choice to enter into programming world is the Python, sir. Remember that. Okay, that's all. These are various things what you people should aware. Next, one more small thing, sir. Sir, if you want to, if you have multiple options are there, like sir, first you require to complete core Python. Observe that. After that, you require to complete advanced Python. Just for our syllabus coverage, for our business sake, the people are divided like this. Sir, anyway, sir, just aware core and advanced Python, first you should learn, man. If you want to move to any side, okay, like next and after that, you can move to multiple areas of data science side. You can move by learning the corresponding libraries. Selenium side, you can able to do that. Selenium side, you can able to move, okay, by learning WebDriver. Like there are some modules are there, PyTest, like there are some modules are there, sir. You can move to the data science. You can move to the next to develop web applications. To develop web application, just learn a Django, something like that. Like after learning this one, testing is one option. Next and after that, data science is one option. Web development is another option. Like multiple options are available with you. Remember, so definitely it's going to provide big support for your settlement, I'm sure. Clear, right? Are you able to understand? Yes. Okay. So we are going to discuss the features of Python in the next session. As of now, just aware, Python is a platform independent only, like Java, sir. Like Java, it is a platform independent only. Okay. Like, sir, you know, here just observe, there is one code is there, sir. Have a look once. Have a look once. Here, this here. What is this code, sir? Is it Python code or not? Yes, man. Is it a Python code or not? Yes. Itself is the Python code only. Don't worry, sir. Just hardly how many lines of the code? 14 lines of the code, sir. It's the Python code only. Now, do you know here? If you observe Selenium, import WebDriver, Google search and so on. Sir, if you want to check, if you want to test, Google search is working properly or not, what you have to take? Sir, I'm taking google.com. I'm taking google.com. Open the website. Next and after that, just I'm typing my yes, are you able to listen? Yes, are you? Is it audible? Yeah. Just observe that. Yeah. There is a small network issue. Just observe that. Have a look once, sir. Sir, this Python can be used for Selenium also. Just I want to test whether Google is working properly or not. I want to test being test engineer. Then I have to type, open the Google, Mahesh Babu. If I can click, then automatically Mahesh Babu is page, Mahesh Babu related things are coming. In that Wikipedia link is there. Can I click that Wikipedia link? Then automatically Mahesh Babu Wikipedia page by default is going to come, sir. So everything is providing properly. Everything is providing properly like. Sir, now do you know? Now I can use the word, yes man, Google is working properly like this. I can able to tell. The problem here is, just observe. Who opened google.com? Who opened the browser? Can you please tell? Who opened the browser here? Myself. Are you getting? Who entered google.com? Myself. Next, who entered Mahesh Babu? Myself. Who clicked that Wikipedia link? Myself. Are you getting? The testing which is performed by test engineer manually, this type of testing is nothing but what? Manual testing. Are you getting? Manual testing. That this type of testing is called manual testing. But I don't want to do that. Array, write a Python program. Write a Python program. My Python program is the responsible to do everything, man. Why I have to do that? Why I have to do that? I don't want to do. Why I have to do? Just observe. Just observe this one. Observe that, sir. Let me open this one. Here gs.py. Sir, here py gs.py. Can you please run gs.py? That's all. Sir, here observe. After clicking enter button, my hands are completely free. My hands are completely free. Sir, I'm away from my computer. What will happen? Can you please cross check, sir? I'm away from my computer. Just my program is executing. Have a look once. What it's going to do that? No problem. Any browser we can able to select. Need not be Chrome. Any browser I can able to select. Chrome, IE, Safari, like. Yes. Open the browser. Open the browser. Next, open the Google. Next, typing Mahesh Babu. Yes, it's typing. And then Google search. Yes, searched. Next, and after that link also. Yes, that's all. My hands are completely free about this activity. Are you getting that? Sir, who is doing all this nonsense? My Python small script doing all these things. Are you getting that? Now I'm moving the mouse here. Just observe. Who is doing, sir? This is. I hope are you able to understand, right? Okay. So that's all. This is these type of things by default. We can able to do that, sir. Okay. Like. Sir, this is one like machine learning for data science. Everywhere Python is the best choice, man. Remember, that's why happily you can learn. Definitely your life is going to be settled with Python. I'm sure, sir, for the next few years there is no doka at all for this Python existence. That's all. Just this is the brief introduction what I want to provide, sir, related to the Python session 2. Okay. Now tomorrow we will discuss about what are various features related to the Python and the remaining things, right? Yes, for each and every topic, whatever coming from my mouth, each and every word which is coming from my mouth, by default will be there in the material form. This is functions, 28 pages material is there. Exceptional link, one of my favorite topic. It's also 28 pages material. Sir, what is a try, except, finally, else, block, and so on, control flow, like, yes, all these things. Materials by default will be there. Except statements like dictionary data structure, yes, 10 pages like. So for each and every topic, material by default will be there. Once you registered, they are going to share the link with respect to what drive are getting. From there you can able to see, sir. Okay, that's all. So make sure you will get nothing. Don't worry about that. Next, there are some people who are asking about how to install Python. Next, how to run first Python program, like. Just I will discuss, don't worry. But before that, if you want to do just the Python installation by Durga, just type that Python installation by Durga. Okay, just sir, whatever environment I'm using in this classroom, okay, whatever environment I'm using in this classroom, just this is just take this link and then better to use this. Almost 1 hour session, almost 1 hour session, how to install Python, everything you can able to see, sir. Clear?